Welcome everybody to the Thinking Game Podcast, where we make content about life literacy content and where we give insight about the regular people life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm about to cue the intro.
Blade, ready to die.
You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
To protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf, you understand?
Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the Thinking Game Podcast. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the likes, all the shares. Everybody for watching on whether on Facebook or YouTube. We appreciate all of it. So with that being said, let us get ready to jump this thing right off. So before we get started, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow to 1K subscribers on YouTube. Help us grow to 1K on Facebook. Make sure to go and like the page on Facebook. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube as well. Thank you for all the support. We appreciate that. So with that being said, we're about to get ready and do the warm-up slide. For all my grown-ups out there, let me know in the comments, what was the first week of school like for you? I know a lot of times, school started for kids in the Little Rock School District. And then you got the STEM schools started a little bit earlier. And then I think you got the schools in Bryant. But for us, what was the first week of school like? I know for me, junior high was a little tougher. High school wasn't too bad. But the first week, you're just trying to remember and see where your classes are. They give you a locker, but I don't know if I really used the lockers that much in high school. A little bit in junior high, but I didn't use it that much in high school. I just had a backpack with all my stuff in there, so didn't really use the locker too much. Like it was a waste of time to stop at a locker and use it. But everybody's different. Learning who your teachers are. I know when I was in 10th grade, it was only 7 periods, so you had 7 teachers. When they brought 9th grade up, I think it was a block scheduling, 4 classes, longer classes, so you had like 8 teachers pretty much. And you're trying to get acclimated to who your teachers are, what kind of teachers. They're going to be homework heavy, classwork heavy. And then me being a class clown, how much of a threshold do I have to be a class clown before I get sent to the office? You kind of find where that line is. Amongst a lot of other things, your friends go there, y'all see how far y'all are. Like, do y'all got the same classes or y'all kind of on different lunches? A lot of little detailed things on that first week of school that you're trying to keep up with or trying to figure out, rather. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments, what was the first week of school like for you?
You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Because sometimes some people, the first week of school can be overwhelming, especially if it's a whole totally new school. You're trying to make new friends, new people, new area, new atmosphere. Can be overwhelming. The school may be bigger, so you got to get used to walking around a bigger school. And how far your classes from each other. Are they on opposite sides of the school, or are they close by each other? It's a lot of little things. It's a lot of little things that you got to think about when it's your first week of school. Shout out to Lacey Academy. They just opened up. They tore down. Let me go back. Let me just go to my little spot. Let me shrink myself real quick. They may have tore down McClellan, but we still living, baby. We still here. Lines in the house. But shout out to the new Lacey Academy. They replaced that the McClellan with the Lacey lines. Now it's not McClellan lines no more. It's Lacey lines. And like they had a good week. Like they had a good week. So shout out to them. Give me 1 second. Someone. Peel, what's going on?
Hey, what up, though?
You got it.
Man, what's going on?
You got it.
Yeah.
It's an echo.
Shouldn't be.
Okay. Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, it went away now.
Hello. Hey. Yeah, we here for the warm up. So wait, no, Jay.
Oh no, I was talking, man. I had to take care of someone on the back end real quick.
Really?
So what was we doing a warm up, man? What was your first week of school like, bro? You remember that?
Which one?
It don't matter. Junior high, high school, it don't matter.
Uh, Junior high. Uh, Junior high. Let me tell you, it
Like
was wild.
I know for me, junior high was a little bit tougher because it was a different time. High school wasn't that bad for me though, because when you from the area where you go to school at, it's not that bad.
Yo,
Go to somewhere where you ain't from, it could be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Real fast, but
yeah, I think. Well, I think junior high was easier for me.
You're not getting no damn car. Shut up.
okay. Pause. Okay.
Yeah, junior high was easier for me because my aunt went there and I didn't. It wasn't too much I missed from the
Okay.
games, football, basketball games.
I said shut up.
Oh,
Be careful.
You're not getting no
Kill
damn car.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, boy.
But that,
Cause I know. I think Lacey doing pretty. I hadn't heard nothing crazy, but there ain't been a lot of traffic though. Been pretty crazy, but
oh
other than that, trying to
Yeah.
avoid them speed traps. You know how they get down, boy. When school start,
Man.
man. And they be down there by Lonely Church, so
Ooh.
they try to get you early before you
Yeah,
even get
so
to
it goes over the
Man.
hill.
man. I'm talking about even if you coming from Southwest, like back that way, and you going towards it, you like, man,
Ain't even
they
got
over
to
there
get up to
chilling.
speed yet. They got up
Yeah.
to speed yet. But yeah, the high school was different.
Yeah.
I was like, this is lean on me. What is this?
Henderson
Nah,
wasn't like lean on me.
nah,
What?
Henderson was like, it was rough, but I was kind of used to it because I wanted to
Yeah.
go there.
Oh.
I knew what to expect when I went there.
Yeah.
I got to McClellan. I didn't even know what that school was. I didn't even know it was a school. But
So
yeah.
you saying McClellan was worse than Henderson?
Yeah, that 10th grade year. Not as far as, the people. It was just everybody knew each other. It was like I say, it was only like four of us that went there. That
Oh,
I knew.
McClellan.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they left.
I think I was so used to going to different schools. It's
Yeah.
just the people though. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know Dunbar is more the you know what I'm saying, if you wasn't hard, you wasn't tough, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They'll try to put you in a different zone or whatever. But
Yeah.
McClellan, to me, I guess for me, it wasn't really like that at McClellan. But I knew a lot of the people too, though. Even the
Yeah.
older people. Being up at BP and stuff, they used to come by there all the time
Yeah.
when I was working up there and, before I started going there. And like, cause I started working at BP like under the table after ninth grade, so it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like no application. I just started working up there, but and you meet a lot of people that went to McClellan at that time, the hustlers and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Be like, yeah, man, you gonna be straight, man. Don't worry about that, man.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. See,
yeah,
and Henderson, it was like, you know, a lot of the older people, they were already went there. They were already going there. So
Yeah.
it was like you fit right in. I got
Yeah.
I got the McClellan. Man, dude got through the glass. Man, it was fights
Who?
everywhere.
Who got through the
It's,
glass?
man, that McClellan.
What glass? What classroom was this?
That's the first in the right there by the office.
Oh, he got through the glass by the office. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There needs to be some different fight could pop off at any time. I remember 10th grade though. Well, it was funny because they used to do that. I don't know how they did it, but it seemed like if you ain't paying attention, it could almost be like a stampede in the hallway. Everybody running one direction. You gotta have your antennas on, man, because man, you don't want to get caught up in that.
Mhm.
Duck down by the library or something, like hug your locker.
Yeah.
Man, for real. I think
Yeah.
somebody had a
remember when they
firecracker
painted
go off one time. Huh?
We got to school one year after summer, and they had painted the floors.
Yeah.
Oh,
The hallway didn't used to be painted. Everybody was slipping. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And when you had the Banana Republic shoes,
See, you had to
And
worry about that.
what do y'all think was the worst place in high school? Like the worst place you just don't want to get caught or don't want to be?
In high school.
Yeah. What do you
Shit.
the old gym, the girls' gym by yourself. I don't know.
I think in the bathroom, you just don't want to get caught up in any one of the bathroom.
Well, you
Like,
talking about
did y'all ever have to use the bathroom? Like, do number 2 at McClellan?
No, sir.
I would have
You
waited till
know
I got
what?
home. I would have waited till I got home.
Going to the
Thank
nurse.
God, I never.
Yeah,
Shout out Nurse Terry. Nurse Terry, man, my stomach hurts.
I know, right? And you had to be cool with him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nurse Terry,
Maybe
Yeah.
it was one safe bathroom. You know what? I use bathroom number 2 like in football practice. In the
Oh,
field house.
yeah, in the field house. Yeah, in the
You
field
can go
house.
to, sometimes you can go to field house between classes. Where else? I think it was another
Coach
safe
Gunn let you
bathroom.
go in there? What you doing in here, son?
He was
doing in here, son?
he was somewhere else, but maybe they'll smell you. Like
Yeah.
somebody's in here cooking a loaf of bread. But
What's that smell? What's that smell? What are you doing? What's that smell?
What are you doing, son?
Good mother of God, what's that smell?
Oh, hey.
Oh man.
Nah, I think that second bathroom, man, that one over by the cafeteria, boy, that's what it went
Oh,
down.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you getting caught slipping. I
If they
seen so
would-
many people.
Boy, if they
I
would
wouldn't
shoot
never take a
dice,
beat, and they got caught slipping a couple
Man.
times. You know what I mean?
boy. Man.
Let's run a fair one. You know what I mean? So 2 people go in the bathroom and try to duke it out. I ain't trying to hit the floor in the bathroom on fight, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then the security guard, I know when I was in 10th grade, the security guard used to hawk on the dudes. They knew the dudes that had the weed. They're coming in trying to take their weed.
Mhm.
They'll let them go in there and post up for a minute, then come in there and take that.
Look, after they didn't bought some. Oh man, come on.
Man,
Man, come on.
boy.
Man.
It was one time though, dude. They did that, but the dude had passed it to somebody before they could get it, before they found it. Man, they were so mad because they tried to have dude in there posted up for a minute. Man, what's the weed at, man? What's the weed?
We know you got it. We know you got
But he had slid it to somebody else and they got up out of there. But before they did the bust, the sting or whatever, it was pretty fun. They was hot though. Where's it at? I know you got it, man. Where's it at? Where's it at?
but I think that backfired. You know, security used to like to smell people breath,
Mhm.
like to see if you been smoking.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
They're like, let me smell your breath. Like, you know, and everybody's breath ain't fresh. I see the security like this.
Yeah.
Can't be smelling people's breath like that in the morning.
Yeah, them old school. You had them uncles, man, tell you them stories, man. I have one. He said that in order to keep from getting a DUI, somehow she had, you know how you get those little packs from Kroger's or something? He used to keep one of them little onion packs in the car that was like chopped onions or something like that. He said he would put the onions in his mouth, so when the officer opened right down the window, he just started talking like, "Is anything wrong, officer?" No, I'm good. Is there anything wrong? It's like right there.
I smell marijuana vehicle now.
Yeah.
You smell garlic. But
He
another
just get a
place,
ticket for speeding.
another place that wasn't safe to go. I didn't think about it because I was part of the problem. When you come out the cafeteria where the vending machines are,
Yeah, that dark corner. That dark
in
corner.
that corner. Yeah.
You know, I got off a lot of stinger splashes on there in that hallway right there.
Then you like you get dunked on with that rail right there. Where the metal door shut it. Ah! Used to do that a lot too. That was pretty cool.
Fun times. You know, everything seems so serious with the kids now. They committing suicide, you know what I mean, for being gay and everything like that. Everything is on social media. Like, we just had rumors. Nowadays, they got proof.
It was rough, though. I mean, you couldn't even wear thong sandals, man. They'll roast you so bad, man, if you came to school with thong sandals on, bro.
Yeah.
Now dudes wearing thong sandals like it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? The only way you'll get away with it if you like Nigerian or something. They wear sandals or whatever. But if you a regular dude from Southwest, come in there with some thong sandals on if you want to. See what happens. Man, roast you like some Planters peanuts.
What?
Say, man, you must go to Oak Grove, man. You ain't from McClellan, man. You want them Oak Grove. Oh, man. All right, next slide. The Facebook post of the day. If it loads up. My computer like it's running slow today. What's up with that?
That heat.
Man, you IT guy, man. Let's troubleshoot this thing.
It's hot.
There you go.
It's hot.
All right, Facebook post of the day. A Gwinnett, Georgia man arrested for allegedly abusing child in a Kroger's parking lot. Say, was this abuse or a bad parenting day?
Boy, that was
I'm
abuse.
going to play the video. Tell me, can y'all see this video real quick?
Yeah, I seen it.
And there is some strong language, so we parent advisory.
Shut up! Do I say shut your ass up? Shut up! You're not getting no damn car. Shut up! Shut up!
Then you got to be careful where you go to, man. Like, you know, you go to Walmart on Baseline. You know, I'm not giving them no excuses or nothing, but you might can get through the day. But if you go to the Walmart in Bryan or something, Walmart over there on Canis, somebody probably gonna report you.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that in the Whole Foods.
No.
See, that the thing with me was
Hey, that's old school parenting in the modern time, man. It don't work no more, man. You can't do it, man.
Yeah.
And they say, it's gentle parenting, and that's what's causing the kids all these problems. That's why their kids are so bad. But I felt like he hit him with the right hand, but his left hand, those were 2 jabs he threw at the kid. You know what I mean? I know what a jab looked like. And I think that was 2 jabs. And when you're dealing with a kid in car seat age, you got to watch your language. You got to discipline yourself before you discipline your kids. If you can't keep control of your temper and your anger, how are they supposed to keep control of theirs? You want them to calm down, but you're not calm. They're matching your energy. You're cussing at the kid, you're yelling at them.
Right.
And then he brought up the kid, bringing up the kid's past, bringing up the kid can't hold his bladder in school. You know what I mean? He peed on himself in school. You don't bring that up with the child. So you're attacking them mentally, physically, and emotionally, and you shamed him in public like that. Now, hey, I'm a single parent. I'm in a co-parenting situation. Mike's married. He got kids. We do have children. Peel's got babies running around. Well, grown-ups, I guess. How old are your kids, Peel?
17 and 14.
14.
Wow.
So he can punch his kids at this point. You know what I mean? We still got little ones.
He still can't. Depending on where you at, not out in public.
He still got little ones. Like, so
not on McCain. You better not do that to Walmart on McCain. Somebody might report you.
Yeah. We grew up hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, 100%.
You
Oh
know, like my dad studied martial arts. He ain't never punched me. You know what I mean? We
yeah.
got discipline. You know, if we were sparring, that was different. But
Yeah.
my dad, really never had to raise his voice like a lot. You know what I mean? And my mom, and my dad had different discipline styles. You know what I mean? But it all worked out. You know what I mean? I'm not fully crazy, but you can't. You got to control your temper when you're disciplining your kids. You can't
Right.
spank. If you're spanking, you can't spank mad. And I understand we all have terrible days, like where we're stressed out and the kids been driving. And we all heard our mom say, where you show out, that's where I'm going to get you. You know what I mean? Right then, right there. You're not going to embarrass me. You're not going to out embarrass me. So you got to control yourself first. If you don't have no discipline when it comes to your anger, how you going to discipline them?
Yeah, I had to discipline my son before like that because he knew what he was doing, and that was probably like the last time I ever had to whoop him like that. But I ain't whoop him out in public or nothing like that. But just that look alone, they were like, "Nah, I don't want to deal with that." But for those that don't know, Gwinnett County is like it's like Sherwood in Atlanta.
Oh, it sounds
They
like it's something.
they
The
don't
way it
play.
looked.
Gwinnett County
Yeah.
ain't playing no way. They ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
You better
Yeah.
have your stuff together out there. They gonna lock you up.
Yeah.
That's a big fact. But yeah, he was wrong for that, man. But he wasn't wrong for
And here's
telling
another
that.
thing too, right? I'm pretty sure we experienced this. I'm not saying the kid did it because that's like Jay said, that's a car seat kid. But
Mm-hmm.
You got to
some
control yourself.
kids, they don't. The kids don't. You have to have so much patience now, especially now. You got to have supreme patience with kids. I know when I was a kid, I was just that bad. You push your parents to the breaking point. You know what I'm saying? To see if you could borrow. I don't know why you do that. It's just crazy. Maybe it's just a kid with the mom. I don't know. Dad, you definitely don't do that. That's why they say when the dad's missing from the house, people don't realize that little detail stuff. Most kids don't challenge their dad. They're like, nah, I ain't gonna mess with him. But they'll push their mom to the brink, though. You know what I'm saying? Well, my mom, she didn't play no games either. Like, she'll tell you something one time. That's it. You know what I'm saying? She don't give you a second or third time. You know what I'm saying? She tell you to stop. Yeah. I'm going to give you something to cry about. You know what I'm saying? And old school parents know how to hit you. Well, it's like they're not hitting you, but they actually are hitting you. They may hit you 2 or 3 times. You don't even realize it till after it's done. You know what I'm saying? So, but even as parents now, sometimes you have those bad days, and that's why it's tough when it's a single parent because you have that bad day with a car acting up and something acting up in the house,
It's hot.
stove not working, you hot, yeah. And then now the kid, you get the phone call that the kid want to act up at school, and you got to leave work and miss out on money to go get the kid. It's those little detailed things. But the crazy part is, in the court, none of it's gonna work. I
Exactly.
think you got to rest. Yeah,
You can't take your bad days out on your kids. Well,
right.
they were acting up. You're having a bad day, plus them acting up. That child don't deserve all that wrath.
Right.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't be really spanking your child with anger or frustration from something else. If you're frustrated with your child, you need to take a time out, get yourself together, and then talk to the child and discipline. I know being a parent can be frustrating. You know what I mean? Our parents sometimes grandparents, cousins hit us in the head with stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all think we soft. You know what I mean?
I got hit with transmission.
My mom was so cold with that belt, man. I'm telling you, she'll make you say Toby. She hit you with that thing, man.
Man, like Pootie Tang Dad.
Man.
The flip of the wrist.
Boy. Man. Then the Sweet Home, the women that was good with them switches, they flick their wrist. Yep.
I'm talking about them pistol switches. You know what I mean?
That thing like it hit you 30 times.
They were 30 rounds. Switch off the bush.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. So to pick one. Jordan 12s or the Answer 1?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, man. I'm going to challenge you.
That's hard.
I know that's off the field, man.
I'm going to the grave. You know what I mean?
Man, hey, them Answer 1s was cold when they came out, though, man.
I still got them.
You still got it. He had that commercial, too, where he was doing that little crossover and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because I could afford them. No.
I know, right? No, they wasn't $100. Wasn't they $100?
Nah, they was like 80. That was almost 100, but it was like
Okay, about 85.
8
Because
and
they
9.
went to
Yeah,
Jordan.
right.
Jordan was
Yeah, I know the
150.
Jordan was above the
About 100.
cheapest Jordan was gonna be 100 plus. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
back then.
I can't. I'm gonna go with the Jays though.
Then I tell you a story too. My little brother dad, my mom was dating my little brother dad, Greg. He got some Jordans off the train. I don't know how
Yes, sir.
he
They
got them
used to
before they
happen a
came
lot
out
back then.
early.
They don't happen no more.
Yeah, you don't get
And my mom, I was looking at my mom saying, "Don't you put them shoes on?"
what?
And they went to work before I went to school. I put them on and wore them to school.
What you talking about?
Too
Man, I
crazy.
got in trouble so quick, man. She came up there, man, and man, almost beat the brakes off me, man, for wearing them shoes. It's pretty funny, man. I sure put them on. People like, man, wait a minute, man. What in the world? They ain't even out yet, man. What you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm no, forget that. I'm staying neutral.
I'm probably gonna go to Jordan 12s though. But hooping, them answers was pretty cool. I never had a chance to get a pair, but I heard that was pretty cool though. The hooping though.
They were.
Yeah, because of the air, the little air bubbles on the
Cushion,
cushion.
stabilized.
Because the other ones, the first ones that came out, the questions, they was too bulky. I don't know why. It just depends. Now, if you was shorter,
Yeah,
some
it was
dudes, like, it fit on certain body style profiles, though. You know what I'm saying?
That shoe, like, it wasn't made for basketball. It was made for, like, dressing, like, wearing it other places with outfits and stuff like that. But it was kind of bulky to be out there on a basketball court.
Yeah.
I
There
tell
was
you,
one dude I knew, man. I don't even know dude still around. His name was Anthony Mundy. He used to hoop in those, man. When they let him try out, he had some of those. He was out there giving dude the business in them questions, though. He was out there giving dude the business, though.
Yeah, them questions are straight.
Yeah.
Questions straight.
Who you going with, Jay? You going to Jordans or you going with
Jordans, you know what I mean?
All right.
But, you know, the answers, like, they were more affordable, you know what I mean? And they were comfortable. But, you know what I mean? Jordan is a standard of quality, style, and prestige. So you can't go vote against that.
I'm going against.
I'm the poor man's champ. You know,
The another thing about them Jordans, it's hard to get them. You ain't no guarantee you gonna get them. No guarantee.
And that's another reason it's kind of hard to go against them, the value, you know what I mean, they have.
Yeah.
But, you know, I see the people's champ over there, though.
Yeah, I got both of them.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next slide. Corporate stats breakdown. Harvard Business School study found that 37% of employers rank experience as the most important qualification in an applicant, not educational attainment. Is that realistic or is that cap?
That's super real. But they're not going to hire you or they even look at your experience unless you have the education.
Right.
Yep. It depends on the job, though. Like Walmart, they don't care. Come be a cashier. No, you got some experience. Yeah, you need no education. Well, if you try to move up to management, you know what? We're going to need that degree, though. You know
it ain't even management. You trying to get to the corporate office. Hey.
Yeah.
You can get there.
So, I mean, I guess it depends on the level, right? So, in the low level,
for sure.
Matter of fact, all levels, experience matters. It's the most sought after skill that you have. That's the highest, right? In all levels. But in the low levels, they really don't care about your education at all. They just want you to do the job. If you have experience, great. You know what I mean? Then you go up. You know, if you got experience, we'll look over your education. You're supposed to have a little degree. You're supposed to have a bachelor's. We'll look over there because you got experience. You're a good worker. We're going to hire the best fit. Now, at the next level, above that, at middle ground, they're going to use your education as a kind of barrier. They're going to gatekeep with your education. You've been working your way up the company. You got 10, 15, even 20 years experience. But they're going to stop you from getting that money because of your education. You know what I mean? Your experience is all the way up here, but they won't let you get past this point with your money. You can't get it to match because your education's down here. Your experience way up here. You're trying to get your money way up here, but they're not going to let you with the education. They'll hire you, but they want you to do the job of CEO or a high-ranking person, but they don't want to pay you.
Yeah.
And they
Right.
justify that because you don't have the education.
Right.
And
That's
then,
true.
and then it'd be like a catch-22 because then they say, "Oh, you too qualified for this position. I can't pay you
Yeah.
what you're really worth."
Or
Yeah.
we can't justify giving you a raise that's
Yeah.
substantial. Like, so
Yeah.
now you
Right.
got the experience and you get all this experience. They say you can't get the management job or you can't be promoted, you can't get a raise because you don't have the education. Guess what? You smart. You go get the education. You come back to the same company you've been employed for 5, 6, 7 years, even 10 years. You come back with the education.
Yeah.
Oh, we just can't give you a raise just because you got this degree now. But you said that was the only thing that I was missing. And guess what? You got to go shop your skills around, market yourself, sell yourself to really get the money you deserve. That company you thought you was being loyal for, with this experience, you got the education for them. Now they don't even want to pay you. You get paid by strangers. So that's how it
Right.
works.
And then for me, it's like three things, right? One thing is you can have just the experience but no education, and you can get stuck at the company because all your experience is just with that company, and you can't parlay that somewhere else because all you're selling is the experience that you worked there. But it seems like sometimes if you don't have, I've seen it just what happen to people. They can't move to another company or move somewhere else because they don't. They'll tell them they'll keep getting that you don't have the education. You don't have the education. And that sucks, man, because I even been in that situation before. That's why I had to end up going back right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and another one is the different levels. Let's just use the state. Like, let's say DHS, right? Working at DHS. If you go to the website, a lot of the jobs that's posted, lower level jobs. They have higher level jobs, but they want so much. If you want to make over 50,000 for DHS, which the money is there, you got to have probably at least an associate's degree, if that. And with that, you got to understand as a minority, there's a double standard. Just because Billy Joe can get in with his experience, that don't mean it's gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
Is it fair? Nope. But that's just how the world works sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And I'm telling you, one of the worst things you can do, man, is get to that point and have a way for them to kind of gatekeep you. You know what I'm saying? And they do it all the time. I mean, not just DHS, but they'll let you get up to that point. Yeah, we really need you to have that bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working here all this time, and then y'all gonna do me like this. I see it happen all the time, man.
Yeah.
And then the last point before we get off this is that's why we tell you to try to think about after high school because it can be done if you could work in the field and get education at the same time. Like if you do a trade, you get to work in the trade, they pay you, and you come back in the evenings and go to school like an electrician or a plumber or whatever those things is. You get to work and get the experience at the same time. If you go to school for IT and you get a job working in IT, working in help desk, you get experience plus education at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You work at a hospital, you want to be a scrub tech, you working in the medical field, and do St. Vincent, do they do scrub tech school too like Baptist, or is it just Baptist that do that?
I don't think they have a school on site anymore.
Okay.
But another thing, to spin off that, even if you're working a lower level job or research the perks of any job you have.
Yes. 100%.
It's
Yes.
tuition reimbursements, it's discounts if you go to this online school, if you go to that. So let's say Baptist got school attached. They give employees, like, for an example, they give employees 75% off tuition and they reimburse up to another 10%. And you're thinking about doing the same job at St. Vincent. If you're looking at your future, you might want to go to Baptist because they have a school attached and they have those benefits. St. Vincent might have a different work-related program that they got a free gym. So you want a free gym or you want 75% off your tuition, you know what I mean, or something
Right.
you might be interested in. So looking at the perks of any job is very important.
And perks doesn't mean stealing from the job. That's not a perk. That's called taking a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You know,
get
some
free.
people they say,
I get free trash bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, man. I get free 32 inch. I get free 32-inch TV, man. All right, keep thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I told you I was
But,
working at Walmart. Go ahead, Phil. What you about to say?
but I'm gonna take my little $450, go down to Georgia and get me a fake degree, and boom, I'm ahead of everybody.
Boy,
You can. They do that too. Some people do that.
You're the best.
Hey,
You remember they had that ring? You remember they had that sting where those famous people, they was finding out those Hollywood actors, their kids was getting those fake degrees? And they really didn't do nothing about it. They got news coverage, but they didn't do nothing about it.
Yep.
But if that was
They
us
still
though,
got to keep
I
it
need to
too.
get
They
that sound effect too.
They got a fake degree from Harvard. You know what I mean? They
Boy.
ain't high. But you see, hey, don't judge me if you see me with a fake certificate giving BBLs in the back of a U-Haul. You know what I mean? Don't hate.
Then
Hey.
what was that? The fake nursing? Was it a fake nursing degree?
That's what I was about to say, man.
Man, that's a degree you don't want to fake because you don't know what you're getting into with nursing. You faked it, and then the first day on the job, you got to clean somebody. Like, wait a minute, I didn't know this was nursing.
No,
That's what you cheated for, dog.
The nursing don't do that. The CNAs do that.
But they was giving out fake CNA certificates too.
Yeah.
Because it's less money and it's a less of a spotlight. So hey, Phil, come to my school. We can get you certified. It's a 2-month program, but I can get you certified in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask y'all this: with people that do that, right? I didn't know. Is that an excuse, or they knew what they was doing? They just try to use that to bail themselves out.
The teacher definitely the institution. They definitely know they was they trying to use it to bail themselves out. Now the students trying to get a nursing degree or a CNA certificate, they were just victims. They were eager.
So
to
you think all of them? So you think all of the students was victims? You don't think none of the students was like, I know this ain't real.
Not all of them, but I mean, majority.
What do you think? If you did a percentage, it was like they went into it knowing that this is a hustle. This ain't real.
Like 100% knowing, like they may think. I'm sorry, people, but they may think, hey, this might be a scam because it's the cheapest one and it's the shortest one. It might be a scam. I think maybe 25 or 35% might think that. But as far as people knowing it's a scam going into it, 2%, maybe 1%.
I think it's higher than that, bro.
Like,
I think you give them too much credit, man.
Anybody gives their money to somebody that's gonna take it. But go ahead.
Because it's a shortcut. That's because it's a shortcut.
But like,
of course they would.
Like I went to school for CNA, right?
Yeah.
I was done like in 90 days.
Right.
But if you don't, the books, that don't mean nothing. You only learn when you get the experience.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Like, but that's what I say. Like,
but there are some in nursing, there are some foundational things that you probably need to know before you really step foot into it too, though, right?
Yep. That's
Instead of bypassing. Yeah.
I'm talking about the school part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even in the school part.
So you saying people went to these fake schools to get a fake certificate so they can start working immediately?
No. The ones that got them fake certificates, they didn't go to school.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Know it's fake. And then if you go into it not knowing, but then you're not going to school, but you get a certificate, you got it. At that point, it's like, come on now.
We're talking about different things. So we're
talking about two different things.
Like, so there was one where it was a fake school. These people were the scrubs. They went to school 3 days a week. Yeah. They found out they weren't accredited after they Now
that's different. Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about. These people didn't know because the people that was scamming them was going in there gave them books. They printed off line, was going there teaching them some fake fundamentals because they were actually nurses, getting $1,000 per student, 30 students in the class. You know what I mean? Boom. Those students got scammed. Now, what the other thing he's talking about, trying to buy a CNA license.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So it was a disconnect from what I was talking about and what Mike was talking about.
Yeah,
we trying to.
I went to job court.
Buy a degree.
I went to job court. That the that course itself was supposed to be a year, but I was done in 6 months because I knew my stuff.
Wow.
I knew my stuff.
You
Like,
sure you didn't buy it? You didn't say, well, Spill, if
He,
you give us an extra
he
150,
tested
we can
out.
make that happen.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I was focused. That's all I had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I listen. I get
But
paid.
there are people I'm just saying, not you, Pill, but there are people out there, they knew that there was a shortcut.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
telling me I ain't got to go to school? All I got to do is give you how much?
Yeah.
Man, make that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are what. Hey, in Georgia, they running that scale. They was running
You
it.
said,
Yeah.
hey, Big Mike, they said it leaves a bachelor's.
Yeah.
I got you, fam. Where you want to graduate from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I got the ink. I got the
Give me
printer, the
some.
ink, and everything.
Give me some believable. Give me some believable. Sure.
It's just like in IT, right? You got to, if like when I worked at the ISP place, people would come in there and you could tell people that cheated, they got their CCNA or their Cisco certification. They would have them come in there and say, if you don't know how to use a computer to do your job, but you cheat, it's gonna show when you come in there because they're not gonna shadow you. Some people it's like some people want to be shadowed the whole time. Well, if you tell them you brag,
you know what I mean? Hey, train me. You know what I mean?
but I'm saying, it's certain things though that you should know. You shouldn't have to be trained on, like how to open up a terminal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be like everybody.
How to open up
right
putty.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody open
But
up.
they don't.
What
But
you
when
mean?
you say how do you do that? Well, you say how do you do that? But you got a CCNA. But you ask how you do that. It sound like Master P. How you do that? It's just like it's like EKG. Somebody said they got a certification in EKGs, but they don't know nothing about how to hook up the pads. I think they got a certification.
Where the stickers go? Like, you know what I mean? You don't know, like, step one, you know. Because people are trained well, they're going to teach, like, especially a low skill job, but they're going to train you on, every job is going to train you on the job. But it's certain stuff. Like, okay, let's say I'm getting a driving truck. Matter of fact, I'm driving a car. I'm driving a van. It's a regular van. And I can't take the job. And I don't know how to drive. I ain't got no driver's license.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
And that's what I mean. That's why I'm making this analogy.
Exactly.
So this is what he's basically saying. He said, I've been driving for 8 years. You know what I mean? I'm a certified driver. I'm a Class D license. And you said, hey, how you open the door? How you open the door? You get
how you put it in park? How you put it in park?
And it's like, where the key go? Like you don't know nothing about driving cars, and that's how awkward you look in some of these jobs when you bought a degree or you bought your certifications. Like you don't even know where the key goes in the ignition, and that's how crazy you look sometimes.
Because I'm pretty sure it's terminology that you probably need to learn in school that they probably not going. Because in hospital they use acronyms and terminology all the time. They'll just throw it at you. They're not going to train you. Hey, you work at Baptist, we use this terminology. You know, you have to know that before you go in there. They start coming out. We need you to come up here stat. That means something. You know what I'm saying? We need you to come up here stat. That means something. But if you don't know what that means, you just think they talking about baseball stats or whatever.
Because as a CNA, man, that CNA stuff, I said, man, you have to learn so much of this stuff.
What's Q4? Like
this stuff is like a periodic table. I'm like, man.
Yeah, like he need his vitals Q4. Like what? Okay.
What did you have to give up to retain? Did you have to give up something to retain some of that CNA stuff?
Man, he's not a computer, man. He just learned the different skills.
I'm just asking, like when you have to retain something, did you have to give up something?
I mean, I wasn't doing nothing. I mean, I was like, everybody else went to college. I was like, sure, I'm just gonna get my CNA license.
No, I'm talking about to retain the CNA, the information from when you was doing it.
So,
what did it take for you to retain it?
Like to learn a whole new skill set.
It wasn't. It didn't take much. I didn't have to give up nothing because I was like, I'm a learner anyway.
Because learning don't work like that.
Yeah, and I was like, what, 18, 19? I'm fresh, so I picked up on this stuff so quick. But and to this day, I still do some of the stuff that I did, like even making up a bed.
Yeah, tuck them sheets, poo.
Tuck them sheets in.
Like, those life skills, like, you know what I mean? You're gonna be trapped in this bed. You know what I mean? You got a flat seat. You know, you got to move. You ain't gonna be moving nobody in your bed. You got a little tuck sheet for the kids.
Learn how
But
to
like
read the blood pressure stuff, the systolic, this stuff, all this, man.
you know how to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't saying the
Yeah.
top no, the
Yeah,
bottom no.
that's,
You know what I mean?
you know what
Uh,
I'm saying?
but like
All right.
medical terminology is that thing like experience. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I learned before like I even took science class, I was in the hospital. And it's so natural when you in an environment and you using it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
for
you
sure.
can tell when somebody off the street comes in, it's just kind of weird. And that's where the experience come from. Like that wants 2 years of hospital experience or something like that. But that don't make no sense. Why? How am I gonna get the experience? Why he getting paid more for experience? Because you know what they're talking about. It's like I'm speaking Spanish or Korean to somebody else when I'm just telling them what they got to do with their job. And the same thing with the IT. When you say open up putty, you know what I mean? They're trying to get some silly putty, you know what I mean? They don't. When you start talking about terminals, they thinking about batteries and stuff like that. So
Yeah. It's just like the last thing I get off of this slide too is like with web development. When I took that, majored in that in college, they didn't say turn on the computer and learn how to use Windows. You know, you had to already know how to do that. Like you literally got to know how to just open up a code editor and download a code editor. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to know how to use a computer already. Plus, you got to learn how to use a code editor to do HTML and all that. But if you don't know how to use a computer, you won't even get to the code because you don't even know how to even do that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the perfect example of like prerequisites. You got to have this
yeah,
to even
100%.
go to this
Yeah,
to even learn this skill. You got to have this skill,
yeah.
and that's why
Like Legos almost for sure.
exactly. And you got to have something to build on, something to build off of. You know what I mean? High
Yeah,
value skills. That's where those skills are
yeah,
coming from, and that's why they're paying you. Because you don't
yeah,
know one thing, you know this thing to this thing to this thing. So you get paid for
yeah.
it.
Next slide. Pick one. Career. CDL truck driver or excavation.
The excavation looks so fun, but I like working by myself with a murder machine. So I want to get sleepy one day and kill like a couple people. So I'm gonna definitely go CDL.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want CDL, man. I worked at Red Cross, just driving to Jonesboro, man. I still, no matter how much sleep I got, I just couldn't get sleep. When you ride on the road for a long time, you still get sleepy. I don't know how that works.
Mm.
But which one pays the most? Like if they had the same
I
amount of
think it
pay,
depends on the rate of you work, I guess, or your skill level. I don't know. I
Nah.
think I think excavation probably you could probably get paid doing excavation though.
like if I can get like paid, like that, and I don't have to go far,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
definitely
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
I'm working at this site, you know what I mean, for like 8 to 6 months. I clock in an 8 hour shift, 10 hour, 12 hour shift,
Mm.
work 3 12s and go home, you know what I mean?
if they work 312, usually by sundown they out of it. They just leave it right there on the
Yeah.
excavator right there on the spot with the arm up just
Mhm.
like that on the side of the
Mhm.
road. Um, then
But
truck drivers,
still,
right?
yeah.
You have to be built a certain way because you're not living a regular life. You know what I'm saying? People be talking about, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 and all that. Don't be a truck driver because it's longer hours than that. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty
Yeah.
much on the road. Now you have to stop. Now, back then, they used to go hard. They didn't even stop. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
They
used
was,
to, you take a bump of cocaine, you can go
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They over there doing coke, not the
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, while they
Yeah.
driving the truck.
Yeah. I think once people found like the loophole in truck and they tried to you know, put a
And
little
then
hold on it. You know what I'm
what
saying?
you call lot lizards, what they call them lot lizards, man.
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's a whole different
But
turkey.
dude, a lot of
Could you
truck drivers
imagine?
like, huh? Go
Could
ahead.
you imagine driving like 8 hours, even just to Memphis, and it's the camera like watching you drive? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Do they
crazy.
got that now? They
Yeah.
got that now?
Yeah.
Some companies do.
When you drive for
Wow. In
you
that
got
truck, that makes sense.
I
Wow.
forgot
That's
I
crazy.
forgot what the system is called, but it's a
Satellite. It's
system.
probably a satellite camera. Probably a
No,
satellite camera.
no, it's called a Sahara, not Sahara, Sahara,
I
but
heard it too. They can track you on your phone, like the Department of Transportation. Like that's You got to have an app on your phone, and they tell you to, like, if you riding too long, they'll tell you got to pull over and go to sleep, or you're gonna get fined, or you get in trouble for that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Pretty
You gonna
crazy.
get in trouble. But they got it to where it'll say, hey, you're speeding or
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
you speeding or you're on your phone. They'll ding you like you're on your
Ooh,
phone or
ooh,
hold on,
wee.
speed, seatbelt. Um,
And then you guys that
They
be trying to
count.
play
They
around
count.
on.
They count down your times. Like, well, you
yeah,
got better find a place to stop. You only get 1 hour of drive time left. You know what I mean?
Then the
I seen.
health.
yeah. That happened. That happened to one of the people I work with. They
Yeah.
were, I think they were in Texarkana, and I think they had like 30 more minutes before they got dinged. Man,
Ooh,
somebody
wee.
had to drive way from here to
To go get 'em.
Texarkana to go pick them up,
Drive alone.
Wow.
drive the whole load
Wow.
back.
Ooh,
And there
wee.
was this one. They can shut your truck down remotely. I seen in one place.
Oh,
Oh,
for real?
they
That's
shut the
crazy.
truck down. And no, he's like he couldn't even drive like they in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You violated this. They shut his truck down. It's like we'll come pick it up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then too, they be sometimes they do be thinking they pick kids up. Man, we're gonna make 100,000. Dude, you know how long you gotta be driving trucks, or what the level of work you gotta put in to get to six figures truck driving?
Oh,
No,
I
but
man.
no,
mean,
It
it's
don't
not
take
like
long.
guess what? It's different
how much
things.
time do it take? How much time do you gotta put in? Like you on the
No, but
road to make
you
sure.
got to think about it. You can be a broker, you know what I mean, and picking up,
Hmm.
arranging your own loads, or you can
Yeah.
work for
Mm-hmm.
someplace like JB Hunt or
Right.
CalArt. You're an employee of CalArt. You know what I mean? You're an employee or independent contractor for JB Hunt.
Yeah.
If you're working for yourself and you
Yeah.
looking at these loads, and you
Hmm.
know this
Yeah.
load pay is weighs this much, and it
Yeah.
pays
Right.
that much. That's
Right.
work. I mean, you got to research, use your brain
That's
instead
what
of
I'm
your head.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not easy. Yeah, you got to put in that work.
If you, I
Then you
mean,
got to
like if you got a
maintain your own truck. You got to maintain your own truck, tires,
if you
air
got something,
brakes, all that. You got to check stuff. You can't just get in your truck and hop in and drive. You got to check this stuff before you get on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Every
All that
time you
little
hop
stuff.
in. Every
Yeah,
time you
all
hop
that little stuff. That's why you be seeing
that ain't
those little
me.
girls. They be on TikTok. Those little Instagram models talking about they gonna drive trucks. Man, you got to get up behind that truck and you might have to disconnect the trailer, man. You gonna be doing
Yeah.
all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
Some
got videos of some of them doing that stuff like that. But
Man,
you
that's
know,
edit. That's called editing
hey,
magic,
hey,
bro.
no, they
guess
they
what? Guess
tag
what?
team. There's somebody else in the truck. They
Yeah,
tag
that's what I'm
team.
talking about. Editing magic.
Yeah.
Hey, I
That,
ain't the internet police. You know what I mean?
no, I just know editing. I just know editing when I see it because I be doing edit. I know editing. I know a jump cut when I see it. And then how many healthy CDL drivers? You like, if for every what?
Yeah.
One healthy driver, it may be three unhealthy drivers. Man.
Yeah.
Some of the
I'm
food,
like one
truck
out of
stop. You
five.
eat truck stop food pretty much. Love's
I was,
gas station.
hey,
Quick stop or whatever.
some, those are ones that got them beds in there. They got stuff in there. You know what I'm saying, that you can pull over to the side and cook.
For the lot lizard, sure.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get me a lot lizard today. And then they don't play around. I know. Have y'all ever heard those stories? Like the truck driver, he already drunk the beer. He probably didn't pass through him, but he left the can in the console. He get pulled over. Just having a beer can, empty beer can in the console, you can lose your CDL license.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
how disciplined you gotta be, man.
Yeah.
An empty can, then he gotta
But
drop it left in there.
you
Just
know,
got
like,
it in there.
I drink. You know what I mean? I used to drink, but I never like a big drinker. But I ain't never had a reason to have a beer open
In the
container. In
yeah.
the truck. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Ever.
but
Ever.
growing up in Southwest, I know a lot of dudes who used to have drive with the beer in the car or sitting in their lap. They got the can sitting in their lap.
I done been like ride the bus. I seen them do with the S10 with the Budweiser. You know what I mean? Just in
Yeah.
there, like, how did you have to have a beer that bad? You know what I mean?
30 pack. They got a 30 pack in the back seat, man.
And they throwing the cans out the truck bed, out the cab
Man.
to the bed.
In the back of the
Well,
van.
welcome to Arkansas, bro.
Boy, do that everywhere, bro. They probably do that in Gary, Indiana, too. Say, life lesson of the day. The danger of living in denial. Say, is it difficult for a person to verbalize their faults?
they think, what's the need? What's the need to express my
You don't have to tell. I'm
what
talking about
doing
to
wrong?
themselves. You don't have to tell nobody. I'm talking about to
Why would I
themselves.
do that? Why would anybody do that? I don't have to see the ugly truth in myself. You know, I can just kind of ignore it. Everybody else is the problem. You know, unless you're on a self-improvement journey, that's what it's called nowadays, or you really want to improve yourself, you don't verbalize it. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important to repent. Repent
Yes.
requires you to actually say it, to actually be forgiven for something. You have to verbalize it, even in your own mind to God. That's the importance of that. And people have been running from that before the internet. They don't have to verbalize. You know, God, sorry. God, sorry for what? Do you? Well, a lot of times people be apologizing or they feel bad for the situation they're in, not the things they did to get in the situation or the pain they caused. I'm just mad because I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm not mad.
This is who I am. I am who I am. Take it or leave it. I am who I am. Take it or leave it.
If you can't accept me in my worst, you don't deserve me in my best.
And young people, take this note. If you don't get yourself together, anybody you bring into your life, you're just going to destroy it because you live in denial. You're going to destroy everything around you. I've seen it too many times. You know how many women that are, even dudes, they're in denial that they still get the attention. They still, like, you know, in the ESPN top 10, but they really not. And they on denial. They on Facebook posting themselves, and it's like, Lord have mercy, what in the world? What's going on with this person, man? You know what I'm saying?
And
They think they still perky. They think they still perky, but they not. You know what I'm saying? They flapjacking. You know what I'm saying?
And not even look wise. You know what I mean? Like that's like your pretty privilege going down, and you're not acknowledging that yourself. You know what I mean? I know I can get back. You know what I mean? But I don't self-deprecate. I don't sit talk down about myself every day. I know it's some areas I need to work on. I know I'm a good man. I know I'm attractive, but I know I also have flaws. You know what I mean? Things like that. But not only getting yourself together mentally or financially, physically, either a lot of people will be in relationships, cheat on everybody. They've been in 10 relationships. Every relationship, they cheated on that person.
Yeah.
But guess what? Every time they get in a relationship, the other person makes them cheat. You made me cheat on you. You weren't treating me right, so I cheated. They don't see themselves as a serial cheater. You cheated on 10 different men. You cheated on 10 different women. Well, she wasn't doing this, so I had to cheat on her. She wasn't doing it. You know, it's always the other person's fault. 10 people's wrong and force you to do something wrong to them. Like, it's no accountability. Well, if a man don't treat me right, I'm gonna do this or that. I'm gonna cheat back. Well, that man wasn't even cheating. Everybody cheating on you, so you only thing you're doing is cheating back.
And then think about like, and you think about like physical health, right? I always think about like, just from an objective standpoint, like if you get to like 500 pounds, are you living in denial to get to that point? Because that's a lot for anybody to weigh. You know what I'm saying?
So
you think about anything that's 500 pounds, that's a lot of weight, man, just to be carrying around just on any frame, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think,
you know.
Yeah, it get out of hand. Stuff like that.
Yeah, when they get out of hand,
It get out of hand before they even realize it.
Yeah.
And when they realize, like, dang, I'm already here, so.
But what I'm saying, when they get out of hand, and it's a process, or it don't happen overnight. You just don't wake up
to the process, because we all been fat. We all been fatter than we are. We all been slimmer than what we are. I think we're like, you know, Peel's doing his diet journey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can talk to us about that, share that with you. And I'm on a fasting and fitness journey. And Mike, you're just trying to overall eat cleaner. You know what I mean? Self-improvement in all aspects, all dimensions. So we've been there. Like, you know that feeling you feel like, well, this day I'm saying I'm going to eat what I want to eat. But you feel that, like, dang, I shouldn't have ate that Little Debbie snack cake. Well, I know I overate that day. I know I overate Friday.
Yeah.
But they have like 4 or 5 of those days in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I'm just like, you feel guilty and you feel like, I feel dirty because your stomach's so full And you know what I mean? We have that day. I know don't need to do that no more this week or this month. I can't go to Corral no more. I can't go to the Chinese buffet no more because, like, you know, I
Yeah.
overate. They have a lot of those days, and you just feel bad. And the only thing that make you feel good is that you know, that whole cheesecake, and you feel like
Yeah.
I'm taking control of my life because I'm doing what I want. I'm doing what makes me happy, and we're in what makes me happy day and age. If it makes you
Right.
happy, do it. If you wanna, if you wanna leave your wife and kids to be happy, do it. Forget what the is gonna do to those kids. If you want to be happy and eat 6 cheesecakes, do that. You know what I mean? Forget everybody else, and you just have multiple days of eating that
Yeah.
cheesecake or eating that thing, and the days keep piling up. 6 days a month, 8 days a
Yeah.
month.
Oh
Every
yeah.
30 days
100%.
in a month, you're over 8. You're overweight 60 pounds. Well, it's gonna be impossible for me to lose 60 pounds. Then you gain another 20. That's 80.
Man,
Well, if
for
I
real.
couldn't lose 60, I sure can't lose 80. You know what I mean? Now it's 200 pounds overweight. Well, I'm never gonna be what I used to be because that's 200 pounds too much to lose. Now it's 400,
Yeah.
and that's
Man.
what that's
Yeah.
kind of thing that happens.
Like,
Yeah. When I got laid
But,
off, go ahead, P. What you about to say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
oh,
off.
go ahead. I'll piggyback off of it.
No, I was saying when I got laid off from Red Cross, I remember me and my wife, we laugh about it all the time. I told her when I got laid off from Red Cross, I used to have this little snack drawer in my room, a little plastic drawer, and I had like Oreos. No, Welch's snacks are dangerous. I think the Welch's snacks are the most dangerous. Man,
let's go
you
to
can eat, you can just dump a whole
three,
pack in your mouth.
three, 4 packs. Dang.
Man. And
You
man,
just took these folks to the
I
same
got up
thing.
to like 260, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Easy. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't even feel right. I don't even get up the same, out the chair the same. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I remember my mom tapped me on the stomach. She said, boy, you gained a little weight, ain't you? I was like, dang, you know what? Maybe I am gaining a little weight. I need to slow down, man.
And your mama tall too, so and she got the same
Yeah,
DNA as you. If she can stay
yeah,
slim all these years, you can do it
yeah,
too. So you know what I mean.
yeah,
Shout out to mama even from calling them out on it. People think
yeah,
that's rough or uncalled for. You know what I mean. You got to know how to talk
yeah,
to your children and your family. You know what I mean. Like
yeah,
Michael be
for
on me
sure.
when I get a little too big. You know what I mean. Drinking too many Boilermakers. You know what I mean. Big groupers. You know what I mean. So you gotta have friends in your circle that say, "Hey, it's getting out of hand." You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
You're sitting here with your little
Do you
girlfriend.
think
She
people
keep
still
drinking.
drink those? You think
What?
people still drink those? New age people, younger people, you think they drink those or no? Or they call it
Yeah.
something else now? A
Yeah.
Boilermaker?
They drink them. It's just not in the city like that. They drink them in the
You
country like
know,
that.
they call it something. Everything got a new name. That's a Las Vegas bomb. That's a
Oh.
Jaeger
Call it
bomb. You know what I
ethanol.
mean?
They call it ethanol now. They call it ethanol now. They call it.
Ooh, they still drinking Everclear and the Hunch Punch. You know, so
Ooh-wee. Man. What you
Yeah.
about to say, though, Peel? I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to cut you out, bro.
Like from my experience, when I got that 270 a month, it wasn't, and it literally happened overnight. But I was sidelined because I was in a car wreck.
Oh, okay.
I barely could get out of bed. And
Right,
as far as I could go was to the bathroom. So
right.
and that was in Texas. So,
Yeah.
man ain't doing nothing but eating. I
Boy.
looked, I said, boy, I got a Gucci man over
boy,
Boy.
here.
Boy.
you don't recognize yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You
Size
two
Yeah.
60, 270. You trying to find your package? Like, oh shit, man, what's going on?
Hey, when I got up to wearing a size 44 in pants and a size 42 with no belt, I
No
said,
Man.
boy,
belt.
I said, boy, and it was funny because I had ran into y'all remember Fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake,
I said,
ready to die.
I ran into Fridge down there. I said, damn, me and Fridge about the same size.
And you gotta
so
remember, like, friends is
so
way.
you talking to Fridge? He calling you little deep freezer. He calling you little deep freezer.
I said, boy, I'm big.
And you
Little
gotta
boy.
realize Mike's 6'5", you know what I mean?
Boy.
I'm like about 6'1".
Yeah.
P, you about 6 foot, right?
Nah, I'm like 5'11", barely.
So man, Peel looking like Wolverine for real in the
Hey, I
comic
was
book, man.
just
For real.
big. Man, I said, man, I look like Gucci man by the stomach. So 6 months 6 months it's a long time, but
Yeah.
it ain't a long time where you just
Mm-mm.
barely. Only thing I walked was maybe 8 steps, and that was to the bathroom, and it was back to the bed
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
couldn't. My hip bone it shifted.
Every time you can't do nothing without your hip. So
Nothing.
No, can't do
Couldn't tie
nothing.
your shoes. Couldn't do nothing. I said, "Damn."
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
a lot of people get addicted to painkillers when they got like a
Yeah.
hip injury like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
then too, I was looking at some stats. I did some last night. They was saying 50% of adults in America, oh no, in Arkansas are at, I think they said 50% are at literacy at the minimum literacy rate, and the national average is 57.
Mm.
And the thing is, if you know that do people live in denial knowing that they're not literate, or do you
No,
actually not know?
yeah. So people perceive themselves smarter than what they are.
Mm.
Right. Right.
Well, I think outside the box. I'm really smart. I'm really creative. But then you like Brad said, when the last time you read a book, or when the last time you read out loud? What do
Yeah.
you know? Information that you can actually factually prove. What
Right.
is the last question you actually answered that wasn't
Mhm.
your opinion based? And a lot of people
Right.
like, well, why'd you answer that question like that? Did you get that from somewhere? Well, I just know it.
Yeah.
It's probably not accurate. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are
50%
reading
is low. That's crazy. That's like out of 10 people, 5 people not literate out of 10 people.
You know, a lot of people are reading well below grade level.
Man.
You know, we're just reading texts and stuff like that, and some people
Yeah.
can't read them good. You know what I mean? What's that word?
And these be the main people arguing about politics. That's what be so funny too.
Yeah. You know, a girl in her feelings because you text her something, she didn't really know what the word meant, so she responded emotionally.
Because she using acronyms. KK. She said, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the next slide. This is the pick one. Villains from the low budget movies. You got the Sandman, or you got Thud, the small person from the Penitentiary 3 that's beating up on everybody. Do y'all remember those movies?
Sandman, I don't remember I don't remember the Penitentiary 3. I didn't see that one. But
yeah, check it out. It's pretty crazy. Look at it on YouTube. Dude was crazy, man.
I can definitely vouch for Sandman.
Yeah, I like saying that. I was watching that clip the other day, man. I told wife. That's
you should have did that dude off the shocker.
Ah, you're right. God, yeah. I'm about to do that for the shock.
Boris Pinker.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sandman, when he kicked him in that flame, though, he thought he was dead. That's how you know you psycho, when you just won't even die. He just kick you in a furnace. You still don't die.
You're supposed to go to sleep, you know what I mean? I'm dead now.
I told wife, I think willpower is people underestimate willpower, man. A person willpower, man. Underestimate that. Like that midget dude, like dude could flap his arms in the movie and like jump up on somebody, man. Like beat the brakes off people, man. It's pretty crazy. Strong little dude too. It's pretty crazy. But they both was crazy in their own right. But you're saying, man, was a little bit crazy though, because he wasn't strong. He's like he was just psycho, man. He wasn't strong or nothing, no muscle at all. But he was giving it to Van Damme. Though.
But I don't understand. Like people keep calling your name Berg. Like, hey man, that's weird, man. That's just.
When he came out there in front of Berg! Oh man, that's crazy, man. What do you do, man? You fight somebody, they just won't die. That's crazy, man. All right, here go the tough one, guys. This is a tough one. Simone Biles is estranged from her mother based on a claim her mother abandoned her kids when she was on drugs, and her dad took over the responsibilities. And people are saying that she should reunite or forgive her mother. And the question is, should Simone Biles reconcile with her mother? It's a complicated situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's easy to solve, but they don't understand. It's a complicated. But I'll let y'all go, though.
I think you have to do certain things to get over certain traumas. I never know what it feels like to be abandoned. My birth mother, I had my mother and my father. Uh, to overcome that adversity, make it to the Olympics, be something the best in the world. She could just be protecting her peace and not let that hurt back into her life, setting a boundary. You know what I mean? I don't have anything against you, but I don't want you as a part of my life. Just like you didn't want me as a part of your life. You know what I mean? You did the best for you and me, and now I'm making the same choice. I'm doing what's best for me and best for you. It's for best for you to stay over there. That's for your own good, and me to stay over here. She's not harming her mother. She's not doing anything negative to her. I just don't want her in my life. And I understand, honor your mother and father, but you can honor them from a distance. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You
Don't try to
not,
weaponize it. Yeah.
and you're not entitled to anything that I have.
Yeah.
Parent to child or child to parent. You're supposed to take care of your children. You didn't. And she's just living her life. She's not doing nothing in spite of you. You know what I mean? You did what you did, and I understand people make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, you still have to live with the consequences of your mistakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though I forgive you, you still got to do your jail time. You got to do your community service. Sometimes you don't get to pick your punishment.
Yeah.
You abandon someone as a child, and they don't want to deal with you. You don't get to choose how they react to what you did to them, and that's my piece.
That's right. Yeah. And,
You gotta go, Bill. Go ahead.
Simone, she not wrong. Let her heal on her own time. You know what I'm saying? You can't nobody force that. You know, that's still it's a touchy situation. And how long had the mother been even trying to reach out? You know, as a person, I ain't talked to my mama for years, and I understand it wasn't. She was on drugs or nothing like that, but you have abandonment issues, so you can't. You gotta protect your peace too. You know, she in a
Right.
good spot in her life. And
Yeah.
and you can let people in and then they'll turn around and do the same thing and leave again. So I think she
Yeah.
probably didn't let her in before, and then dang, you still picking the drugs over me. Hey,
Yeah. Living in denial, right?
you know what I'm saying? I gotta let that
Destroy
go.
everything around you. Yeah.
How
You
many
know,
times was she supposed to let down her
right,
boundaries to get messed over? 3 times,
yeah.
4
Yeah.
times, 5 times. When do you set that limit and say no more?
And
Right.
Can't
then
fault nobody for saying no more. She's a millionaire. She's married to a millionaire, and they're living their life. You know what I mean?
and then our father probably was like, you know, he probably the first 2 times he was like, that's still your mama. You know what I'm saying? Gone. But after this, like, yeah. Then you went on a news thing. Nah, I'm good.
Well, here's the thing too, right? The first thing is with her being an Olympic athlete, the level of focus that you gotta have just to get to that level. Being in gymnastics where it's all you could lose your focus and die trying to do the balancing beam or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that I would say is like some people don't realize how much it takes to pull somebody out of addiction. It takes a lot
Mm-hmm.
to pull somebody out, if they even want to get pulled out. Like the level of difficulty of trying to pull out of addiction is almost seem like you trying to climb Mount Everest. Because like say climbing Mount Everest, you might not even make it to the top. You might die before you make it to the top. Like some people die on Mount Everest and they don't even get their body. They just die like right before they get to the top because the oxygen is so thin. That's the chance sometimes getting people. That's how I think it feels trying to get somebody out of addiction. Number two is like Jay said, you cannot control how people take take the choices that you make. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody makes mistakes, but that you can't make them like forgive you and make it go back to being normal because
You
you
can't
made it
prove the consequences.
abnormal. It's not. Yeah, it may not be normal again. And when you living in denial, kind of like Kurt Franklin mom, has she ever told her daughter, "I'm sorry
No.
for what I did"?
And
Because
and
some
G,
people, there's a lot of older people living in denial. You will never get an apology from them ever.
and me,
Because
You know what I'm
they're not,
saying?
they're the adult, and you're supposed to
Right.
honor their mother and their father. So you can't be wrong. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And I'm supposed to automatically, unconditionally. You're the parent. You know what I mean? I tell parents all the
Right.
time, you're responsible for that relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're the one that got to make the effort. You know what I
Right.
mean? And but guess what? That effort doesn't need to have to be reciprocated. They don't have to forgive you. They don't have to take you back. They don't have to let it
Right.
go. You can't
Right.
choose the reaction.
Yeah.
And just because they forgive you, that don't mean they have to stay around you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You may not be conducive. You may not be conducive to her being, being a beast in the Olympics. Her being around you might drain her mentally. You know what I'm saying? And that, like you said, Jay, people try to use that to weaponize against you, like honor the mother and our father. But guess what? You have to be honorable to be
Yeah.
honored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Trying to skip.
You can't use that to weaponize you
No.
acting crazy, and I'm supposed to just keep letting you act crazy around me, man. You're
I'm
right. You know what
supposed
I'm
to take
saying?
this abuse because you know.
Yeah.
So people like, you know what I mean, they get that wrong when they want people to be
Yeah.
meek and humble. That don't mean
Yeah.
I'm your slave or your servant, and you can't
don't-
mistreat me because I'm supposed to. The meek's supposed to inherit the earth, so I got to take all you give. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah. It don't give you a license to do what you want to do or treat
I'm
me how you
supposed to-
want to treat me.
I'm supposed
Yeah.
to turn the other cheek. That means I'm supposed to let you keep slapping me. You know what I mean? I can remove myself from the situation, and now.
And still, all right.
And nowadays, you remove yourself from the situation, you're the bad guy because you left. You a bit. So
Yep.
I'm supposed to stay. It'll make you happy if I just stay here and get slapped and take this mental or emotional abuse. This brings back traumatic memories.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't know how many chances she gave her later in life. You know what I mean? What's small
Right.
about?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
what about when she was 12? Like, I think this happened when she was 6. What about when she was
Right.
12?
Yeah.
15. Mom, I'm really good at this gymnastic stuff. Could you please come to this? The little girl in her could have said this.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Her mom could have apologized publicly. But when you live in denial, you're not going to do it. I am so sorry of what I did to my family by the choices that I made. Instead of just saying, I wish I was there at the Olympics. Why you just can't say, you know what? I am sorry for what I did to my family and the choices that I made, the trouble that I caused them. I apologize for that. But when you live in denial, people won't do that, though. They're going to say, I was grown. I made the choices that I made. That's what it is. And guess what? You living
You gotta
with
accept
those,
my faults, good or bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't.
Yeah, accept it from a distance, sure. Stay over there. Like, you can't expect everybody to come play in the mud with you to get you out. They're going to throw you a rope, but you got to pull yourself out. But I'm not going to come in the mud, and now I'm in the mud with you now. You know what I'm saying? So,
And you made a good point by saying, hey, she could have publicly apologized. You could apologize to you and blue in the face.
That's true.
That person accepts it on their terms. Like, you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
100%.
I accept your apology, but I don't really want a relationship, or you can have a relationship over there. And then another thing, I don't mean to cut you off, Peel, but another thing too, okay, we always talk about this help thing, right?
Right.
So how much is enough help? Like, example, I'm just throwing these numbers out there. Simone Biles makes $10 million a year. If she gives her mama $5,000, that's good. I would like $5,000, but is that enough? Well, you make.
Well, depending on what you're doing now, if you
like
if you doing that,
$10 million a year.
you smoking it up. Yeah, that's enough.
You
Well,
make $10 million a year. Well, mama, I think I deserve $5. Like, you entitled, it'll never be enough. I gave you $1,000 a month. Well, I know you have more money than that. You just gonna give me $1,000.
I changed your diapers. I changed your diapers when you was 2.
And you didn't. But it's a rabbit hole in that. So to get out of that problem, because you can't say, even rich people, you can't save everybody.
No.
To get out, to get, just don't want to open that can of worms. So I'm sorry I cut you off.
You have to be okay with saying no. You have to be okay with saying no, and you have to be comfortable with putting distance between you and people sometimes. It has to be a gulf right there, you know what I'm saying? Until that person changes their behavior.
Forget it. Even if they do change their behavior, I don't want you around me. And that's
right.
okay.
You can be comfortable with that too. Sure. You got to be some people try to make you feel guilty. No, I'm comfortable with the choices that I made. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with the distance. You're not gonna make me feel guilty about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty about doing something
Right.
that keeps your peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because she probably That girl probably been blocked that stuff out for about 15, 16 years. That's a long
Yeah.
time. You
I
know,
mean,
trying
let's
to.
say to
Make her
perform at the
undesperate.
Olympics.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I say, she had all this focus, and then you want to break that focus in her piece that made her a champion, the
Yeah.
best in the
Right.
world. Let's bring back up this and let's break her focus.
And
She
she
did
did.
whatever she did to be the best. So go
And
ahead.
she, if you saw it, she did stumble on a few of the things that she normally execute to perfection.
I think she had a calf injury too, though. That's what kind of
No, she been
messed
having
up
it.
this year. Oh,
But
She
she had?
been,
Okay.
yeah,
so
she been
that
having it.
means she can't deal with this extra stuff. She
Yeah,
don't bring your bags. Leave
Oh
that.
yeah, you gotta be almost like a cyborg to be able to
yeah,
block it out. You
yeah.
you have to be callous. That's why I understand callous because I'm probably like this. Callous. Sometimes you gotta be able to block the stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some people that can focus ahead. It's some people that can't focus ahead because the stuff that's on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? So
That's why I
they
got the
can't ever
blinders
focus.
for horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
in other news, and didn't you say her father raised her too?
yeah.
So
I think that's
He
what it
was
said in the
invited
article.
to
Of
the wedding.
father.
He was
yeah,
invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
so she already got that that I'm gonna hold this stuff in and I'll deal with it later.
You don't even have to hold it in. She could have dealt with it. You don't have to hold it in. It's
No,
just you're not conducive to my betterment. You know what I'm
um,
saying?
Especially if she dealt with it.
Yeah.
I don't want a
Yeah.
big deal. I mean, I handled this situation.
Exactly. Exactly.
have you been
You know what
around
I'm saying?
women that been raised by a father? Nothing but the father.
Yeah.
Them women are tough.
Yeah.
And they are
You're right.
different. They a different type of
Yeah,
tough.
I'm married to one. I'm married to
yeah.
one.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm talking about with
this,
no mother. I'm talking about with no mother.
and she got the Olympic medals to prove it. So
Yeah, there's a different
Yeah.
type of toughness that you gotta have.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Next slide. This is the Tech Talk slide. Tech Life is using AI as a student cheating. 53% of students say they have had coursework that requires them to use AI as part of an assignment. So is using AI cheating to y'all?
I grew up in a time where sometimes using a calculator was cheating. I remember when being in elementary school, counting on your fingers was cheating. So
yeah,
use the tools you get. We're in the world. So they said in the world, you ain't gonna have a calculator in your pocket. When I was a kid, but guess what? Now everybody got a calculator in their pocket. You use the skills to make your life easier. So I don't know. I'm on the fence because I was raised different.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm outside the box guy. You want to go ahead, Peel?
Good now, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I'm outside the box guy. Like, I asked my teacher, what is cheating? You have to ask them, what's their definition of cheating? You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I mean, what's your
What do you
definition of cheating?
consider fun?
Yeah. Because if I could teach the world, if I could teach the world to use AI like me. But
But
there's
what
always
is the text important, or is learning the whatever, doing the principle they're trying to teach you? So
it's kind of like Rambo. Do you want to get home? You want to get stuck in the jungle because of the trees? How you gonna get home? That's why people be saying like, well, I remember when I was going to Pulaski Tech. I use that for example, taking algebra class. Dude, I'm not no algebra mathematician at all. And it was some kind of app they had. I forgot. It kind of actually do the problem for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can use it on your cell phone. I'm like, what? You can use it on your cell phone? What?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what I was doing? Look at AI on my cell phone. No problem. But it's just, it's kind of like in the world, people want to break the law, but when you get caught, you got to take what come with it. It's just, you can't cry when you get caught. You know what I'm saying? So, but AI, I think I think they're gonna have to start letting students use AI because it shortens a lot of your work. Let's say when I was going to Pulaski Tech, I had an English class. This was before AI. So let's say if I had an English class, she wanted you to read a book, and she gave you 10 questions about their book. Well, let's say you're a working person that got a family or whatever. You working 9 hours, and you going to school at night. How much time do you really have to read the book? Can you do it? Sure, you can. But how many people really gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? But if you use AI, you can say she want us to read Tom Joyner. I mean, was it Huckleberry Finn out in the woods or whatever? And she asked me these questions. Hey, in this book of Huckleberry Finn, this question, and they type the question in there. What the question say? What did he do in the woods? And they give you the answer. You still learning something because you learn how to use AI, right?
Yeah, but you didn't. But you're like some stuff like ain't no shortcut on. You need reading comprehension, and that's what she's trying to teach you.
Now, this is where the comprehension come in at.
Like, so now you got to figure out. Get an A in this class using AI, but when are you going to pick up reading comprehension?
Yeah.
So
now this is
even with my son, I'm gonna show him the shortcuts after he knows how to read, or after he can actually knows the concept of division. Now you know it. Now this is the shortcut, but you got to learn it first. Like now, if you can read and you just don't have. If you can read and you just don't have time to read the book, okay, AI use it. But if you can't read and you cheating, bro, the next class you're gonna be jacked up, because I learned in college, like after comp, if you don't learn how to write a paper with the right structure, it's just regular.
You just said when we did a podcast last year, you said you like doing what's the name when you talk to it and it types it out for you.
But I wrote it. Those are all.
You're not writing it. You're not writing it. It's doing it for you.
It's his thought.
It's my thought. It's original words. And now you thinking like a teacher. Like, well, I didn't write it because I didn't have a pencil. So it's not writing when I type it in on the keyboard because I didn't write it with a pencil. That's basically
somebody else wrote it for me, but it's my words. It's my words.
You know what I mean?
Go outside.
You didn't write it. You typed it.
That's what I'm saying. But if you do that with AI, answer the question. Now here's the outside the box. After it give you the answer, you look at the answer and say, "No, that sounds too proper. Let me bring it back down to a college level student answing the question." So you summarize that.
They do it on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook.
What's that? What you said? You said that's a skill.
It's on Facebook.
I was like, that sounds too smart. Like you gotta make sure you get some stuff wrong. Like
they were putting all the little exclamation points.
Because they gotta do a vlog. They say a teacher say they want you to do a vlog every week or something like that, or a vlog. It's like, do I really feel like typing 50 words all the time?
You do a discussion question for 50 words.
Yeah.
The subject ain't even that deep. You know what I mean? I gotta do 50 words. You know what I mean? Oh God.
And I just learned, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Most teachers they just want you to turn the work in. They trying to go home just like you is. Sometimes they don't even want to be up there doing the class, just like you don't want to be in class. But if you just do the work.
Some teachers trying to go to extra 700.
Oh yeah. I said I've had like a couple of those teachers out of the teachers I had, maybe a couple though. Listen, most of them they just want to go home, man.
All right. As kids, as somebody with kids in high school, they go to different schools.
Right.
And the curriculum is totally different from each school.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
I was like, what?
It's just like going to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, the Kroger on Cantrell or Chenal, and the Kroger in Southwest, two different things. They're going to have totally different things.
But they got the same store, but it's just totally different. And, that's why I try to tell my kids, you might not want to read it, but you're going to have to understand this. You're either going to read to comprehend, or you're just going to read to read.
Right, exactly.
There's a big difference. And then if you read to comprehend, you already, even if you use AI, you're going to know at some point, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I was right. But
it's just to confirm that or help you try to find the facts out of the meat of the thing. And when you're a kid, I noticed when you're a kid, like once you stop trying to read just to get finished, I got to read this 7 pages or I got to read these chapters. So you're just powering through the reading and you really sometimes you're not retaining what you're reading. Once you start doing it, just reading like regular, that's
I had to break myself out of it. But I think one thing for me, I think I probably had ADD, but the belt probably balanced it out instead of taking Adderall. But if I'm not interested in it, I probably don't like fooling with it, but I've learned to understand that I may not be interested in it, but I have to cross this bridge in order to get to where I got to get to. Like with college, you got to take those core classes. Couldn't stand them, but I had to get it done. However it takes. I mean, I did some
That's
stuff.
just
I
a
went
part
to
of the
the.
jump, you know.
I did some Black Ops kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's just kind of how it got done. You know what I'm saying? People talking about they be talking about at school Blackboard. They don't like Blackboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding? Taking a test on Blackboard?
What?
And if you got two monitors, I don't know how you don't pass the test. At least get a C. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know I did. But like I say, if you know how to use a computer to do your work, you can do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Like even at work, we have to do stuff like once a month, and
yeah,
like we have to read something. And as soon as we get done reading, you can tell who read it and
yeah,
comprehended, and you can tell
100%.
who read it just to read it.
Just skim through it. Yeah, just skim
Yeah.
through it. Yeah, for
No.
sure.
You know, sometimes it ain't even skimming. You just pushing through it, like, man. You just called out some words. It ain't
Yeah.
an idea or picture in your mind about the story or the information
Yeah,
that you was
and that's why I
reading.
was trying to tell kids, like, if we had a center, you need to be studying the CDL book while you're young and you
Mm-hmm.
got the time. Because when you get older, that book seems like it's super thick. Somebody hand you a CDL book,
But you're
it
supposed to,
seems
a
like you
lot of
reading.
times, it's a grown men in prison don't really know how to read. Like, you tell them to study, but they lack the first foundational skill of studying. They can't read good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So what
You hear
they
what
study?
Birdman? You see that Birdman when he was in jail? Like, what you need help with, Wody? He said, man, I need a book. He said, a book, man? What you think a book gonna help you with?
Help you get up out of here.
Why?
Hey, that's the
Birdman, what I'm gonna
that,
do? You think a
that's the
book gonna help you
wrong
with here?
that's the wrong person. Like y'all should have had Slim in here instead
You
of
know, Slim will
Birdman.
do a lot of talking, man.
He
Slim will do a
don't,
lot of talking,
but he the
man.
smartest one. That was like he the
Yeah,
smartest
he
one.
the smartest one. Birdman official though. I
Yeah.
remember when Hurricane Katrina came and a lot of dudes was in Little Rock and I was at a barber shop and dude was saying Birdman was official, bro. Like he didn't play no games.
He
And this
did.
was back in what 2000 something when that
You
Katrina
know.
thing came. Yeah, and you know how they be talk. They talk crazy, they kind of fast and slow. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but yeah. Let me tell you about Birdman, baby. He official, baby. Yeah, he said Birdman's official.
He is. He
Huh?
is. He is. Trust me, he is. He is.
All right, guys, closing slide. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell. Be sure to share us on Facebook. Share us on YouTube. We appreciate everybody for watching. We thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all got something y'all want to say before we get up out this thing?
Yeah.
Also, it's starting to cool down. Hopefully, we can kind of meet out and about somewhere in Little Rock. We'll see. Because it's starting to slow down a little bit. Maybe in September, something like that. We can kind of find somewhere outside if it ain't too hot. Trying to get through August first, man. Because, boy, I was in the car early. It was like 100 degrees in the car. I was like, man.
Hey,
Ooh-wee.
Mike, I got something to say. I know everybody don't want to put on deodorant that got what's it called? Aluminum in it. But put on some damn deodorant, man. Y'all don't walk around here musty, man. Smelling like a rally
What does
bird.
aluminum have to do with deodorant? What is that supposed to
Man,
do?
You're too
hey,
grown for not having deodorant. They say it bleeds into your skin and it poisons through your blood.
Man, you better put some degree on.
You
You
know,
better put that 24-hour protection on. Cut it out.
Dove original scent.
Or say those girls that be natural, they use the roll on.
Hey
The
man,
roll
you
on.
can use baking soda or something like.
Hey man, John, we ain't in the trenches no more. We gotta,
Hey, I still use baking soda to brush my teeth sometime, man.
yeah,
Baking soda
brush the
pretty
teeth.
good,
I'm talking
man.
about for deodorant now, man. We
Hey,
ain't in
I
the trenches.
use something. You know what I mean? You ain't got to use that tussie when you get your finger in there.
They won't say them natural women. They use the tussin, man. One of them Erica Badu kind of women use the tussin, man.
It smells good for 30 minutes.
But it only works if you don't have hair under your arm. Them kind of women still got hair under their arm, man. That stuff don't stick to hair. They good, man.
Help to hey, shade them underarms, ladies.
Yeah. All right, guys, we signing out, man.